Alright guys, what's going on? I got a really good video again today for you. We had a great couple trades on INPX, and I think there's a lot to learn in this one. There's going to be some good viewing of the tape, level 2, kind of what I was thinking. So let me just jump right into it right now. No delays. How do I move this over? We'll get there. We'll get there. Just give me a sec. Alright, here it is. So I was watching INPX right before the open. So this is a minute and a half before the open. I was watching this trend to see what was kind of happening. This is just an intraday level, like the pre-market level of 122. It kind of respects it, you know, 122 to 124. But the biggest level here, by far the most important, is the daily right here. That top is 140. So you guys know my setup is usually let it blast through, come back, find support on daily support, and that's where I take my entry. And typically my exit would be the next daily level or just an intraday range that forms. So I don't really know what's going on here quite yet. Let's fast forward it a bit to 9. So now we're 10 seconds before the open. We've busted through 140. And there was one entry right before this one. You'll see it flash 140. There's 140 if you saw it. Let's go do that again. And then it just takes off. You had like a millisecond. There, the market is open. It was 140. And then after 140, and then we're gone. I don't think that was like a valid every trader was watching type of entry. And then look at that, all the way to 160 from 140. So I'm not chasing it. I'm reinforcing discipline here. You know, I saw 143 there. Look at this tape. Let's watch that again one more time here. Look at this tape. It's just going crazy. 146, 143, 150, 146. It's 143 again. So I put my shares, I thought I saw 143, so I put buy in the bid, but it already moved up to 144. So I got 500 shares at 144. I see 142, so I add another, and I see 140, so I add 1,000. So that was the confirmation that I needed to add more shares. The first one, the first 500 was because I thought I could just whip down to 130. See right here. See, we're holding above 140, so I'm adding more, and I think we're going to take off. And then we hit 140, so I added another 1,000 because that's like my risk level is like right in here, like 140, 135. If it had gone under 136, I would have had to sell the whole thing. And I don't know, that would have been like a $130 loss, I think. I was just putting in my stop right now. I had it at 135 actually, so the loss would have probably been smaller. So now I'm just waiting. I'm getting kind of freaked out about this. Like, it's not holding over 150. I was waiting for a pop over 150 here before I sold the first half. So I sold the first half there at 152, and I don't know if that was me selling early, because usually, you know, I hold on for my target, which is high of day, and then I sell the rest hopefully higher. I don't know if I was reading something in here. Like, this is obviously a very bearish looking candle, and this could easily have rolled over. So I do think that sell is okay. I'd like to know your guys' thoughts, what you think, if you agree, if you disagree, if that's still selling early or whatever you think. Put it down there. I'll read it. So anyways, let's watch that again. 252 was good enough for me, so I sold. And now I'm just waiting for the other 1,000 for that high of day, because now I'm not going to sell early. If I sold the whole thing there, I think that would be there. 167. I got 500 shares out. I don't know why my ask is stuck like this, but it's actually right here. Sometimes that happens when I sell shares. It gets stuck. I don't know why. Just waiting to see. This thing is all over the place. 158, 165, 155, 162. I'm really glad I got that fill. That was 1 cent off high a day at 57 there. So still just waiting. I'm not really adding because I think we could just flush back down again. Like now we have 2 candles that look like that. But I think that we do have some power left potentially, which is why I still have my 500 shares. So let me just fast forward and we'll see what happens. Fast forward. I meant to add to 1,000. But then I got stopped out because I forgot that I had a stop already in place right here. So I bought, and then I got stopped out, and then I bought again back up to 1,000 shares. So now I'm in for 1,000, close to what I think is the bottom, as close to 140 as I think we're going to get with VWAP right here after like a big flush. Because this is pretty far away from 140. So again, I'm just putting in my stop. I already have a stop in at 144, 2 cents away. I know it's close, but that's how I think that this is going to react. I feel like from reading the tape, we'll watch it again. Because I think that I don't really make that much sense sometimes. So we'll watch it again. The way it's reacting around here at 145, so there. Now we're getting bought up. There's so many people soaking at 146, 147, 148 on the bid here, that I think that's just what's going to hold. So 148, 147, we're filling, and it's not really breaking. 146 is like the make or break right here. So once it doesn't break, we start heading back up. And then that candle gets bought up into a nice hammer candle. That's exactly what I like to see when it bounces off a support that I buy into. And then since I knew it was really heavy, I quickly scalped it here over the high of this candle. This is a Ross Cameron trademark move. First 1 minute candle to make a new high. I don't like these trades, but I thought it was going to do it, so I did it. So I bought in at 157 here for just a very quick breakout to 160. I got those 1,000 shares out. Like, that was only a 3.5 cent, like a $30 trade. I don't like that because there's a lot of risk involved with doing that. Like, just 3 cents. Like, honestly, I don't really like that. So I'm back down to my 1,000 shares. I'm trying to sell them as we get up there because I feel like this is really, really heavy now. And then finally, the last 500 gets stopped out on the way down. And I think that's it. I was waiting to see if we would get that secondary move like we did yesterday on... what stock was that yesterday? Let me go on my Twitter and check. ATAI, I think? Yeah, ATAI. So the first move that ATAI did yesterday looked almost exactly the same. So we did this, we made like kind of a pennant, and then we moved higher. We moved like a lot higher. So today on INPX, instead of moving higher, we kind of went down and then we moved higher. So I missed that move right there. I missed the 140 rebuy, but when I was looking at this right here, I no longer liked it. I thought that the 140 trade that I took was now done. Whereas I guess this was where a lot of traders thought it was. Because then it continued, it went all the way to high a day, and it would have been a sick trade. But it was just under VWAP, and I didn't think it would work, and I didn't chase it. And I actually, once it started working, I did try to get in, but there was no pullback here. There was just no entry that I would have been happy with and able to say that I wasn't chasing it. And I just realized my mic has been over there this entire time. So hopefully that still sounds alright. So that's it. INPX, you can see here. Excuse me, that's all I traded. That's it. Got a nice little profit. I tried to take it again here because I thought we were going to break out. I only took 400 shares. Stopped out for like a $15 loss. And I was like, okay, that's it. Take your gains. Don't do anything crazy. Don't chase ATAI. Because again, I was just doing this. And I was looking at it here. And it broke out. And I wasn't watching for this dip. And then I didn't want to chase it. And then it went right to the target. Like 1 cent from the target, over the target, and then back down. So hopefully that was useful. Please leave your comments below. I'll get back to you. We'll see you tomorrow.